Yes, I'm recording. Jeez. All right, and we shall begin. Hello, everybody. It's me, Anthony Jones, and I am here to talk to you guys about motivation. And I wanted to accompany it with confidence, because a lot of people always ask me, like, how do you become more motivated? How do you find ways to stay motivated, to move forward and do things you want to do? And another friend of mine once mentioned that I should talk about my confidence in terms of doing work and doing the things that I like to do. And I felt this would be a good opportunity to combine the both. And with this really short video, because I want to do more of these videos and I want to do them as often as I can. So I think if I keep them short and sweet, life will be good for both of us. So, motivation. Now, a lot of people have a hard time staying motivated because a few things are in the way. One is procrastination. And two is just really that like lethargic feeling of not doing much or not doing anything. You just kind of want to hang out all day, play video games, or whatever it is that you want to do. Which, well, if you think about it, it's all kind of fueled into procrastination. And so to me, procrastination starts with really a lack of understanding of what you want to do. It's easy to say that you want to be the best at something. Like, I want to be the best artist. I want to be the best modeler, or whatever it is that you want to do. It's easy to say that, but then you don't know where to start. Like, what software do I use? Or what brush package is the best? Or who's the best artist? Or who should I follow? Who and what do I do? And once you start to have a lot of questions like this in your brain, procrastination will sink its teeth into your work ethic. And so you need to start writing down what you can do. Clarity is one of the biggest things that I have found in my own career and my own ability to become better. That has been one of the biggest things to move me forward in terms of getting better at what I want to do. So once I write out a list of things to do, things I want to do, then I become so much more active in the things I'm going to do throughout the day. Sometimes I'll write down a list in the beginning of the day of all the stuff I want to get done, and I just go down the list and try to get it all done. And I find that that's probably one of the most easiest and probably most practical one you guys can start doing today. Now you may ask, well, there's so much. But which one do I start with? You just start with whatever one you think you want to start with. If let's say you're painting and you're struggling with your anatomy. Anatomy is always good. But anatomy also has a lot of stuff that you can worry about. So just pick one thing. Like, I'm going to study the anatomy of the upper torso. So just do that. And then keep it really simple. Or I'm going to study gestures today. Or I'm going to study this. Think about it like you're taking stairs up to your success. And if you think of it that way, you're just taking one step up instead of like trying to jump to the top of the mountain, because you're not going to make it and you're going to fall and you might break your neck, right? So you want to just take one step at a time, keep it easy, keep it simple, because the next thing you know, you're going to be on the top of that mountain. And there's going to be very little things you can think of that you can do next. Then you're going to actually have that problem of not knowing what to do next. But another thing that comes into play is confidence. Now, I don't want to sit here and tell you guys just be confident, just be proud, and just make sure that whatever you do, that you're confident. Everybody understands what confidence means and why you should have it and why it's important in a lot of regards of your life. But here's what I think you should think of confidence, because this is how I think about it. Confidence isn't so much about being prideful or having a lot of, like, for me, it's not, right? I think confidence is just where you are just certain and you are happy and you are content with your life and your actions. Damn, just John. You're just happy with your life and just can get out of here. It's when you're happy with your life and you're content with the things that you have in your life, and that makes you confident, right? It makes you go into a room without worrying about how people think about you. Makes you go throughout making artwork, not worrying about what people think entirely, And you just do it because you like it, and you do it because you love it. And you're not hurting anybody, right? That to me is a really good. That's where confidence really kind of sinks its teeth in for success in that regard. Is that if you go into making artwork and you go into making whatever it is with the notion that this is what I want to do, this is what I like to do, and if I fail, it's fine. If people don't like it, it's fine, because I'm happy with it, then you'll become more confident. It's all about perspective, right? There's only a few things you can do in this world. For example, I have a friend who has lots of followers, and one of the things that happened to him was one person said something negative about his work, and not in a constructive way. I'm not talking about like positive, like criticism. I'm talking about like this guy just said, "I hate your work. I hate you. You suck," kind of stuff like that. And my buddy was so upset about this, and he wrote back. He was trying to like reason with the guy and arguing with this person online. And he calls me up. He's like, "Dude, I hate the internet. The internet sucks. Everybody on the internet is garbage," right? And I was like, that's not true at all. I was like, you're having a bad day. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, like some guy," and he told me the whole thing. And I explained to him, I was like, "Listen, your focus is all on the wrong mentality right now. You're focused on someone that does not like your work. Now, as much as it would be nice to try to convince someone who doesn't like you or your work and has never met you that they should have some sort of sense of, like remorse for all the things they're saying, it's probably better that you just focus on all the other things that are going on, like all the people that are extremely positive about your work and all the people that love everything that you do and everything you stand for. Because if you focus all on this negative stuff, you're going to find yourself only in a negative mind state, and then you're not going to feel confident with all the stuff you do. You're going to start feeling self-conscious. You're going to start building up unnecessary resentment and unnecessary realities in your mind, and all of a sudden it's going to be true. Because, like I said, there's only a few things you can control in this world, and one of them is your mentality. And if you have the mentality that everybody's out to get you, and everything sucks, and your life sucks, and even if it's like on a reality basis, even if it's true, or even if it's not true, in either case, it's going to always feel and be true, because your brain's really good at convincing you that, yeah, you're right, life sucks. But if you have the opposite outlook and say, okay, my life has hiccups and has speed bumps, but I'll get past it, because you can control that. I know some people don't control it very well, and it doesn't come very easy to them. And I'm not going to say like just control it, get a hold of yourself. What I'm trying to say is that being motivated, being confident, both of these things are could be and will be skills for someone who maybe doesn't come easy to them. When I grew up my whole life, my confidence, my ability, the way that I present myself, the way I talk, and how I talk with others, has been an accumulation of all of my experiences up until now. And there's a lot of examples why I might be okay at talking to people or have a certain sort of confidence to myself. Because when I was a kid, I moved a lot, so I lost a lot of friends constantly. I would move, I'd be there for a year and a half, move, year and a half, move, year and a half, move. So I got used to like making new friends. And I figured I learned the language of how to make a new friend, how to talk to people, how to be confident, And that was what I decided to do because I wanted to make connections. I was in lots of sports, and when you're on a team with other people, that confidence, that ability to be confident is built into that kind of thing. I was also, I played a lot of like board games. I played a lot of card games like Magic the Gathering. So I was also understanding the intellectual aspect of hanging out with people that love to play games that have a little more strategy in terms of mental capacity. So I understood that world, and I understood the world of sports, and I understood comedy. So, and I also was in drama. I took really good like talking lessons at the college that I went to, And so one of these things that I've accumulated has been subtly been trained into my subconscious throughout my whole life. And so it comes natural to me in some regards, not because it's a natural instinct of mine. It's just because a lot of examples in my life have proven to me that I have built this over the years. And so for me to just say, hey, just get your crap together is kind of ignorant and naive, because I don't know, maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you never went outside, you never hung out with people, you didn't want to, you didn't care for it, and none of that matters to you now. But now you're starting to become like you're an artist. You want to you understand the value of being motivated. You understand the value of having some certain amount of confidence to push you forward. And I'm trying to say, you're going to train. You have to train yourself on that. You need to talk to people that maybe you had a harder time to talk with. You might want to take some classes even. I highly recommend that you build that confidence up, so that way you can keep making artwork and putting it out there without the fear of people bringing you down. Because people are going to bring you down, and if you're not prepared for that, then you're gonna fall face first, right? And I know that's a lot of people's fears, but trust me, you got people like me on your team rooting for you, wanting you to do well, and there's a lot of us out there. The funny thing is when you see like all these negative comments on like YouTube or your Facebook or whatever, it's because all the positive thinking people are too busy living their positive lives to go and say something perhaps nice about someone else's stuff, right? They've already appreciated your stuff. They just may have messaged you personally or sent you a Facebook comment or a message or something. So pay attention to that. I get messages all the time, and I try to respond to every single message that comes to me, especially in my Facebook. And when that happens, I want them to know that I care about what you have to say, because you are my fuel. And so I think for me to really push you guys into motivating yourself to push your work, push yourself, and then not being afraid of what others think. The reason behind that is that when you start to build your fan base and you build the people that care about your work, you'll surround yourself with people that are on your team, rooting for you, wanting to do well. And there's always someone for somebody, So keep your head up high, stay motivated, clarify your goals, start writing down the things that you want to do, and start doing them. All right. Peace out, guys.